Anybody has any question, comment, want to add anything or related stuff?
Yeah. I have a comment on Guru.
First you and then Niluji has something. So go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so there's a difference between Guru and teachers. You can have many teachers who can teach you a lot of stuff, but Guru is only one. And the goal of the Guru is to get you to God. So, and you don't find it, it comes to you. When your time comes, you get it. So one shouldn't worry about getting a Guru. Get as many teachers you can and learn and progress yourself. And when your time comes, the Guru will come.
Yeah, very, very nicely put, Joe. True. So then anxiety goes away. So just learn from whatever you can. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah.
I agree.
So I just wanted to share that tomorrow Sri Mandir is celebrating Shivaratri. So there'll be 3 tiers of prayers at 9:30, at 6 o'clock, and then at 9:30 at night. So you're welcome to attend anytime. 25 people at any one given time will be allowed to go in and partake in the pujas.
Okay.
So it's from 9:30 till midnight tomorrow.
Yeah. So whoever can stay up till midnight and do, if you can join all these things, great. Om Namah Shivaya also is very powerful. They say, in Houston we had a Shiva temple. So I missed that because they used to have absolutely beautiful. And, in the temple, वैसे भी temple में, the way they had made the temple, it was for silence. People don't talk and do anything. They just go and sit quietly there. But they used to do like a couple hours of, people used to continuously chant Om Namah Shivaya. So you could just sit in that atmosphere. Made you feel really good.
It will be streamed live. So if those who are unable to go but choose to watch it, you can go on Sri Mandir Live and watch the pujas going on.
And that reminds me that we're going to have on since Swami Hariharji was born on Holi, so that is one of the biggest events for Geeta Ashram, and so every year we have a 3-day event, which includes a regional Geeta conference where we invite learned speakers, and the next day we have a big havan of the whole Geeta and all that. So this year Swami Sarvapriyanandaji will be one of the speakers.
Wow.
And I will be, but as soon as I get the information, I will, put it on our Upanishad WhatsApp. Yeah. So anybody who wants to live stream it can, or join the Zoom. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good.
It's going to be live streamed, yeah.
I tell you this, in the spiritual world, it's like amazing things are happening now on Zoom.
Right. We're so lucky.
Really. Just, and you can literally access, like पहले जब स्वामी चिन्मयानंद जी आए ना हिमालय से नीचे, so he said कि भाई उनको जाना पड़ा था हिमालय, right, to learn all these things, and then he came. He's saying, so now the jamana has changed. The Upanishad is coming to people, but he was himself still doing it, and you have to still go to the yagna, right? You have to go sit there. और इंडिया में ना इतना आसान नहीं है. वो शिवाजी पार्क where I used to live, it's a big मैदान and literally पत्थर पे बैठना पड़ता है उधर अगर से बड़ा बड़ा कुछ हो. अभी तो उसको भी पार कर गए अपने लिविंग रूम पे बैठ के और आराम से कॉफी पीते हुए you can kind of learn, hear everything. मतलब इससे ज़्यादा कोई क्या दे सकता है सिल्वर प्लेटर पे, if you really want, somebody really wants to learn is and tremendous. I mean, somebody like Sarvapriyanandaji, my brother who used to attend this class, he has a lot of health issues and all that. So last time when I talked to him, he's saying, I'm listening to Sarvapriyanandaji. I said, that's amazing. That's because he's very logical minded. My brother is an engineer, And so I said, wow, I'm so happy because even I love Sarvapriyanandaji's lectures because they are so crisp, so crisp. And these days, like what Joe was saying, that on YouTube, if you listen to few of them, it gives you suggestions of other similar kind. So I always look into it and I come across some amazing ones, you know, amazing ones. Or batao, anybody wants to share anything spiritual topic?
So why do we celebrate what is tomorrow? The
Shivaratri.
Shivaratri.
So
why do we celebrate and how do we do it?
So symbolism is basically, you know, Prakriti and Purush, they call it in you know, Sankhya. It means, you know, consciousness and matter. Unka milan is the whole this sansar. That's the symbolism. Ki whatever
Consciousness and matter.
Correct.
So
Prakriti is matter, Parvati, you know, Prakriti. And consciousness is Shiva.
And matter.
Yeah.
So if I translate in my own understanding, like merging your individual consciousness with cosmic consciousness, is that the same thing?
Well, when you say that, थोड़ा सा confusion इसलिए हो जाता है because वो आत्मा और परमात्मा एक ही है. What it is like a Panch Mahabhut is the one that we are talking about. When you talk about Prakriti, it is the 5 elements.
For आत्मा और परमात्मा के मिलन के लिए भी जो हमारे इंडिविजुअल पंचभूत हैं जो एक बॉडी के रूप में हैं, उनसे बाहर निकल के ही तो हमें प्रकृति के साथ मिलना पड़ता है. उसी को तो merging of individual consciousनess with cosmic consciousness, that's one and the same thing. कि जब हमारी खुद की कॉन्शियसनेस इस बॉडी रूपी 5 महातत्वों से मिली, इस बॉडी से निकल के जब इस प्रकृति के 5 तत्वों में मिल जाती है, तो उसी को तो हम वो कहते हैं. तो इट्स सेम थिंग बेसिकली, राइट?
I think that sometimes when the way you put it, it creates confusion because according to Vedanta, it's already there. It's just understanding in your mind. That's all it is. It's not like कुछ यहाँ से निकल के वहाँ मिल जाएगा or something.
No, I'm trying to understand like in other way. So right now, like Prakriti and Purush.
Prakriti is the 5 elements, you know, they come from the consciousness only. They uska appearance hota hai. It is not anything, what should I say? It's just God in another form. And I think Sarvapriyananji is the one who is a master of explaining it. It's like he says that if you look at a table, I can look at it as a table, but it's wood. So it's, you know, consciousness is that wood, and that Prakriti is that akar jo de diya, that's Prakriti. That's all it is. Okay, so that's a Vedanta.
Let me
Okay. Hold on. So Prakriti is those 5 elements. And what is Purush?
Purush is the consciousness. See, now don't take this word literally, otherwise there will be some argument started over here. They're not talking about Aurat and Purush, not that wala Purush. Purush over here is spirit. English translation. Yeah, it's a consciousness, spirit, and there are different names for it. Paramatma, you know, and Paramatma and Jiva, not Paramatma and Atma. Paramatma and Atma is the same thing. Paramatma and Jiva.
What is that?
Jiva is when you have this Panch Mahabhut, you have this body, and then there's an ego in there. That becomes a Jiva. Okay? Atma is that consciousness, light, you know, expressing through you. But when we say Jiva, then that ego is a part of it then. It becomes a little technical, that's all. So basically, you know, what you're doing is, this Shivaratri is a marriage of Shiva and Parvati, right? जो सारा संसार है ना, वो emerge होता है इनके marriage से ही, because a Prakriti cannot do anything without the Purush or without the spirit.
तो सारा संसार प्रकृति है
जो दिखाई देता है हमको अपने सेंसेस से, वो प्रकृति है.
सारा संसार प्रकृति है और हमारी कॉन्शियसनेस जो है वो पुरुष है.
करेक्ट. Yes.
Yeah, same thing. Okay, it's exactly same thing.
Yeah.
Merging your individual consciousness with cosmic consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is what is spread around you. that is cosmic consciousness, and individual consciousness is your own consciousness, your own Atma. Okay, I got it.
I think Joe has something to say.
Prakriti, another name for Maya.
You can call it Maya also, the same. Yeah. You can call it Maya, and then they have a Kshetra and Kshetragnya. Geeta ji, you know about that in chapter 13. So Kshetra is Prakriti, and Kshetragnya is the consciousness. So there are different names given, but it's the same thing.
But, and how it's celebrated? When I was growing up as a child, then Shivaratri is celebrated like you keep fast, you go to the temple, you bathe the Shivling with milk, and then you get beer. Beer is very popular during this time. And then you come home and eat good and lassi. Eat good with lassi. And then you break your fast around 4 o'clock. So,
yeah, all those regional
when we
differences
say
can be there.
Shivaratri, it means it should be connected to Ratri, right?
Because it's like at midnight,
So
it's
it
the highest.
goes until midnight.
Yep, that energy is the highest at that time, the midnight.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to explain.
Yeah,
that-
please go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let's start out with this. At Dr. Sthaneshwar's house, we established the Shivling. I don't know how many of you went.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I have been there twice.
It came
Yeah,
as a stone. It has just a stone.
Oh,
Then we
that happens
did
on...
We did the mantras, and we all touched it and absorbed all our energy into it. So the concept of the Shivling is, in fact, there are Jyotirlings, 14 of them around the country, India, and some of them are crystal Shivlings. So they are absorbing all this energy. And on Shivaratri, the night condition is such, and there's all this stuff happen, and then all the energy flows back. So when you go and worship there, you are receiving all that energy. And to be able to absorb that, fasting and all these things are part of that, So essentially, that is the significance of the Shivaratri, is that receiving of that energy back to you.
So the bathing the Shivling with milk is expending that energy out from there?
No, to make it cool so it becomes absorbed even more. The Shivling absorbs as much energy as it can. And depending on the quality of the Shivling, that's why it's a particular kind of stone. It
Yeah,
absorbs
I think
more.
नर्मदा रिवर पे मिलता है वो एक काला पत्थर,
Yeah,
उससे
that's one
बनता है
of
वो.
them. And then some are crystal. So there are 14 Jyotirlings. They are called Jyotirlings.
Yeah, I have been to some of them. Last time before all this pandemic and all started, when I had gone in February, I saw 2 Jyotirlings,
Yeah.
Omkareshwar and Mahakaleshwar.
Right.
And there is a whole Jyotirling is, basically it is, there is a Puranas maybe story here, कि Shiva as a column of light appeared.
Right.
Shiva is a consciousness actually.
Right.
You have personified it as Shiva. So you can personify whichever way you want. You can personify it as a Krishna, as Shiva, whatever appeals to you. And Kamla ji, basically जो ritualistic part है ना, वो different regions में थोड़ा फर्क होएगा. But whole idea is to be absorbed in that higher consciousness. No matter what you do, whether you are chanting Om Namah Shivaya, whether you are doing Abhishekam, सबका मकसद वही है कि भाई माइंड को एब्जॉर्ब करना वो हायर में. Some people just don't do anything, they just sit and chant Om Namah Shivaya for a couple of hours, or they just sit and meditate.
Is that what is meant? All this ritual in the 12th chapter, in the 12th shlok, no, sorry, 9th, where it says, where Bhagwan says that if you cannot put your mind and your buddhi in me, he said that in the 8th shlok, right? Mayeva man adhatsva, may buddhim niveshya. Then in the 9th, he says, atha chittam samadhatum. If you cannot put your chit, your mind and your man in me, then do abhyas. So that abhyas is the rituals. That all right, if you are not able to, this is how you absorb this is one way to absorb your mind in me, by rituals.
True. Because
So-
we are all like, the senses are very available to us, right? Like, if I cannot sit and meditate, but I can do a little puja, and that way I can absorb my mind. That's also is considered totally fine, and it will lead you to the higher. So some people, because all 5 senses are involved in that. जैसे अभिषेकम वगैरह करते हैं ना, तो we are chanting Om Namah Shivaya, we are putting with our hand and we are looking at it. All 5 senses are involved. So true, whatever you're saying, Geeta ji. So I think in our Shastras, sky is the limit. Whatever your faculties are, you can start from there and learn to absorb your mind. And I think that I like the 12th chapter also very much, because where Arjun asked him, should I worship Nirakar or Sakar? And Krishna Bhagavan did not tell him which. He said, whoever absorbs their mind in me, that person I love. Whether he's doing it through puja or rituals, whether he's doing it to meditation, whether he's doing to whichever. And now it's going to come in our own chapter that we are doing, chapter 4 right now, the 12 Yagnas. Even Japa is a Yagna. So I think that, to me, the goal is the most important thing. And how you want to reach there, that depends on the makeup of your mind. Some people like to do Abhishekam, some people like to do this. All of them are fine as long as you are absorbing your mind. That makes sense? To me it does. So there is no, and Kamalaji, there is no fixed way that you must do this or not do this. You can pick as long as you are getting absorbed. And they just say that, obviously scientifically there is some stars and all का energy prop होती है. वो लोग जो लोग क्या बोलते हैं एस्ट्रोलॉजी वगैरह जानते हैं, एस्ट्रोनॉमी, उनको मालूम है. ये अपने को नहीं मालूम वो साइंस. बट उसमें डेफिनेटली कुछ है कि भाई whatever sadhana you do, you can go deeper in it at Shivaratri time. That all of the saints and sages also say.
I just have this experience when I was in AVP, Aryavadya Pharmacy in Coimbatore. I made a trip to Isha Center. And I went to this, they have the biggest Shivling there. Mm-hmm. You go on that Shivling on stairs to put milk on it. Mm. And I did all this ritual, though I don't believe in rituals, but I'm very curious to know that how these things affect, why they are affecting, how they are affecting. So I did the ritual also, and then I sit down and meditate there. They have these structures, small structure where only one person can sit, and your energy just go up like the way the huts are made. So your energy is trapped there. And I had the deepest meditation in my whole life over there. Mm. I was so deep. I was so connected. But I went there with my brothers and everybody. They came and woke me up, and I was not ready to get up. I said, you guys go to airport, I'll just stay here. So there are some energies there. There are some powers. And I just feel like when you're putting milk on it, I think the energy which Shivling absorbed all those time, it dispersed that energy. You gain that energy from there.
See, you have to be ready to receive also. That's another. So it's not just like any Tom, Dick or Harry will sit there and all of a sudden they will go in deep meditation. You have to be the right patra also. So you have the Shraddha, you have all that. And it's like a two-way street. you know?
No, I don't have
Yeah.
Shraddha in Shivling. Honestly, I don't have. But
No, but you have.
I-
Then why did you sit there? You cannot say you don't have. You are
no,
denying your own Shraddha.
because this mind, my mind is very analytical and very curious to know what happens in different stages, what happens in different places. So I just sit there that I want to experience why they made this kind of structure and why they made this huge shivling here. And so this whole curiosity put me there, and I felt the impact of it.
See, the curiosity was there, but in somewhere back of your mind, you had that feeling कि कुछ है यहाँ पे. नहीं तो कोई नहीं जाएगा अपना time waste करने. If you have no Shraddha at all, you will not even go there.
Oh no, I follow Sadhguru like I have so high regards for him. I know he is a very self-realized soul.
So they are also doing Shivaratri today. So
Yeah.
Oh, all of
yeah.
everybody today is like a very
Well,
big
the
day for all the
Sadhguru
saints
program
and
is
sages.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
was.
missed it. One time I was in ADP and Modi came there and I could have gone for Shivaratri. I did not know because you are so cut off from the whole world when you are there. I was there for a month and literally did not know there is Shivaratri today. And later somebody told me that, oh, there was Shivaratri and there was such big program and Modi came. And I said, I don't care about Modi, but I was curious about that Shivaratri. If I was in Coimbatore and I couldn't attend it.
You know, sometimes,
But-
things
Kamlaji,
are.
Coimbatore say they don't let you go out. So how were you sneaking out?
My mind is so strong. When I decide something, I find the way to do it.
God will help you. I'll tell you my experience of Shivaratri. Even, it's little slightly different than Kamlaji. So I was going with my husband to the conference when I went last time in February. We went to Banaras, right? And I also don't keep up, like, if somebody tells me there's Shivaratri, then, fine. But I don't keep the calendar. So I didn't know. So I was sitting and somebody said, where are you going? So I said, going to Banaras. I think we have to change the flight. And that person said, oh, you're going at such a great time. I said, why? He's saying tomorrow is Shivaratri. So I said, wow, that sounds wonderful. So I go there to the conference and all these scientists are sitting over there. Half of them don't care at all. They are there for their own cancer conference. So I said, Mahashivratri hai, so nobody's paying attention, some of the group of the people. And then किसी ने बोला कि यहाँ पर काशी विश्वनाथ का temple है, which is one of the Jyotirlingas, by the way. Huh?
Yeah.
The Jyotirlinga is there, and if you go that day on Shivaratri to this mandir, it will be so great. So here I'm sitting with all these scientists, and I said, does anybody want to come to that? And they're not even paying attention. So I'm like, how am I going to go? And then some of them totally discouraged me. They said, are you crazy going there on Shivaratri? They've closed all the roads and it is going to take you this much time, this, that. So I said, okay, Bhagwan, now it's in your hand. So when I said, no, kaun aayega mere saath? Some young girl got up and she said, I'll come. You want to go? Let's go. So I said, are you sure? She was from Banaras. So she said, yes. So I said, very good. And then we both, हमारी team बन गई. फिर एक तीसरी lady थी, Christian lady, right? She said, can I join you guys? So I said, of course, why not? And she said her son, who is a Christian and who was living in Europe, but he connects to this 100%, she said. वो बोला पता नहीं मेरे कैसे वो पैदा हो गया मेरे घर में. He's a Hindu only. So he said, he is telling me, Mom, you are in Banaras, it's Shivaratri, you must go to this temple. And she said, I was wondering, how am I going to go? Right? हम तीनों की टीम बन गई और हम लोग है ना चल पड़े और हम लोग को 3 घंटे लगे वहां पहुंचने में. Because we had to take a boat, we had to do, and we were having a great time. हम लोग दर्शन करके वापस भी आ गए. 3 घंटा लगा पूरा होने में. And we felt so exhilarated. We did not feel the stress. And जब हम लोग वापस आए तो वो all those people, doubtful people, they said, तुम लोग कहाँ गए थे? हम लोग दर्शन करके आ गए. They were so shocked. I said, it's God. Can you imagine the way it happened? And then while we were going, we had amazing experiences. We didn't know what we were doing. So हमने बोला कैसे जाएं? तो किसी ने बोला, you can take a boat and go. So हम लोग boat में बैठ गए, right? Boat में उतरे. They were charging a lot of money, but we pooled our money and we went. when we got down, से अब कहाँ जाए, तो फिर वो जो बोट वाला था ना, he brought one, उसने ऐसे सीटी मारी, और एक 10 साल का लड़का था, उसको बोला लेके जाओ इनको मंदिर. और वो लड़का जो है ना, पता नहीं कौन सी गलियों में, मैंने वो बनारस की कभी नहीं देखी है वो गलियां. दे वर द मोस्ट अमेजिंग. अंदर 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 से हम लोग को मंदिर ले गया. I'm like, I think that the Shiv Bhagwan was calling the three of us because we just wanted to go there, and it happened. I just get goosebumps when I think about it. Means every step of the way somebody kept helping us because the three of us wanted to go there. That's why it happened.
Your destiny.
Yeah, and I think that if you have a little, like, the saying that they say that if you take one step, I'll take 10 steps for you. That's how we experienced.
That's what happened.
Yeah. And that Christian lady's son, he said, oh, take the picture. Right? So I said, वहाँ तो photo camera तो ले जाने ही नहीं देते हैं. तो then how are we going to take the picture? That day her husband said, I will come with you. I will not go inside, but I'll come to take the picture. And she was so shocked. She said, ये कभी नहीं आता मेरे साथ. वो दिन उसका हस्बैंड तैयार हो गया आने के लिए. और उसके बेटे को सारे पिक्चर्स मिल गए वहाँ पे बिकॉज हस्बैंड के. वो मंदिर तक नहीं आया बिकॉज मंदिर में दे डोंट अलाउ द, बट जो एटमॉस्फियर का पिक्चर था एंड ऑल दैट, व्हाटएवर द सन वांटेड ही गॉट इट. So this was my experience.
It's a very great experience. Very good.
And then there was another fellow over there who, I was just sitting there because sometimes I cannot handle these conferences. So sometimes I would come outside and sit. And this fellow came and sat next to me, and he was a professor. And he said, he started talking to me, and he said, I had the most amazing experience. I said, why? What happened? So he said, I'm a complete Nastic, but today I have become Astic. So I said, why? So he said, मैं ऐसे घूम रहा था बाहर और एक पुलिस वाला आया, बोला अरे यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो, आज तो शिवरात्रि है, कल सॉरी नेक्स्ट डे होने वाली थी, एंड यू शुड बी गोइंग टू द टेम्पल. तो इसे मैं नहीं टेम्पल वेम्पल जाता. तो बोला आपको जाने का मन है? तो वो बोला हाँ. तो बोला मैं लेके चलता हूँ आपको. और वो बोला कि वो मेरे को ले गया. वो बोला सुबह आना, 5 बजे यहाँ पर आना. तो ही सेड कि मैं इतना क्यूरियस हो गया, ये मुझे कहाँ ले जाना चाहता है. मैं 5 बजे उठ के आया और ये मुझे ना पीछे के रास्ते से अंदर ले गया. और मैंने जो सीन देखा ना वहाँ पे अंदर, बिकॉज इट वॉज सम प्रिविलेज टाइम जहाँ पर ये पंडित वगैरह आके कुछ सम स्पेशल पूजा दे डू बिफोर द क्राउड कम्स. एंड ही सेड दैट
hailstorms.
I'm sorry, what?
Hailstorms are coming.
Not in my near here.
In my house, yes.
In Carmel
Okay,
Valley?
not here, not in Mira Mesa.
Here it's clear, totally clear. In fact, look at the scene here.
Real okay also, no rain.
It's completely clear. So,
No rain either.
this man, he said that what I saw and the energy, it has made me a complete believer today. He was like almost like in his 50s, the man, उसके प्रारंभ में था वो शायद change of his heart. I said this happened because God, maybe there's something that had to, waken up in him. And the policeman became the nimit to take him over there. And those people were, he's saying, they were झूम रहे थे सब. They were putting all kinds of, जैसे होली खेल रहे थे वो लोग actually. वो जो मंदिर का होता है ना शिवलिंग, उसके साथ होली खेल रहे थे वो लोग शिवरात्रि में, झूम रहे थे एकदम. So these were my experiences of Shivaratri, like last year.
I had the same one for Somnath. Actually, I wasn't even thinking of going, or I didn't know Shivaratri hai, but I was going to Dwarka. And I missed my flight from Bombay, so I had to go through Rajkot. And there I had to take a taxi. And the guy, he took me there. He said, tonight is Shivaratri, and 4 o'clock in the morning we bought the milk, and they used our milk to do the snan. So that was totally out of the blue. And so it happens by itself.
Yeah, it does. And in the same trip, I saw the other two lingam also, the ones that I was telling you. Mahakaleshwar Omkareshwar, and in one trip I saw 3.
Right.
Yeah, but for Mahashivratri day, it was Kashi Vishwanath.
Right.
So a lot of these mystical things can happen. Anyway,
Actually, what happens is that once you get in the what they call spiritual L or spiritual world, you get you get connected to the Akashic records, which is the just like the iCloud we use, is the iCloud of spirituality is the Akashic records. And so once you get connected to the iCloud, everything that is there is yours. And part of that is directing you to go to all these places.
possible.
Yeah.
What you're saying, if I look back into all those experiences, that's how it was.
Yeah.
You'll
meet people like that. They'll help
Yes,
you
they
go
help
there,
you.
do this, do that. All that is part of the plan.
Yeah, true.
Even this class is part of the plan.
Yep,
Yeah.
true. Okay, I think everybody
Okay.
ready for lunch.
Hari Om,
So
everybody.
Hari Om, everyone.
Hari Om, Hari
Hari
Om.
Om.
See you next time.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.